that's the approach I've always taken, is try to do more cross training. At the Institute of Motion, we created a programming model based on that, and it's called 4Q. And it's just different quadrants of where we might classify a neuromechanical stress or a neurological stress or a metabolic stress. And then we plot those exercises in different spots. So if swimming always takes place, so for a freestyle swimmer, it takes place in what we would call our lower right quadrant, which is unloaded because there's no external resistance added to the skill. And we call it multiplanar training because they're moving, they're rotating and having to pull in the water in the sagittal plane. So because it's multiplanar, we would put it down there. Whereas breaststroke is one quadrant over. It's unloaded linear training because I'm not rotating, right?
Right.
And so if those are the cases, and this is where I spend most of my times down here, I might train over here, right? Just to offset the total amount of training load that somebody's going through from a neuromechanical standpoint. So neuro meaning neurological, mechanical meaning biomechanical.
So if you're doing too much, you're overloading, you're numbing it. What are you doing to it?
Yeah, if I train in the same realm or in the same quadrant over and over and over and over again, those tissues are subservient responders to training stress, right? So eventually there's going to be an overuse stress to it. So that's where we start to get tendinopathies, and we start to get tissues that are overloaded, our recovery is affected, or we're spending so much time trying to recover from a particular tissue that we've overloaded that now when we go into the gym and we say, well, my shoulder's weak. Well, is it weak because I've done too much for it? Or is it weak because I actually can't produce any force? In a lot of cases, the nervous system won't allow it to produce any force because it's trying to tell you to shut it down. Right. And then that's how we get overuse injuries, is that we're doing too much repetitive strain on a particular tissue or a particular movement pattern. And so that's why I'm like, do something different than the gym. When you go to the gym, don't try to simulate swimming.
Yeah.
Right? This is an opportunity psychologically for you to do something different than being in the pool, which is probably your biggest win than what you would do biomechanically, right?
Yeah.
Biggest win would be, how do I not overload this person psychologically as well as neuromechanically, or metabolically for that matter too?